Today we are getting a closer look at the damage last week's weather left at docks on Lake Cumberland and how long cleanup is expected to take.
Weather much calmer out there today across central and eastern Kentucky, but that's not going to last for much longer. I've got a super active weather setup just ahead.
The Mercer County Sheriff's Office says a high school teacher has been told to stay off the property while they investigate allegations of inappropriate communications between him and a student.
This is WKYT News at 4.
And welcome to WKYT News at 4. I'm Amber Philpott reporting. Jennifer has the afternoon off. It is a nice day today here in the Bluegrass. This is a live picture now of downtown Lexington where you can see that sun is shining, but the dreaded S word is making its way back into the forecast. And Chris, we all want to know, could we just see a snowflake or two? Is that all?
Yeah, it's not a big deal coming our way late tonight into tomorrow morning, Amber, but it is nonetheless going to be a little band of some snow showers and flurry action that will be crossing central and eastern Kentucky. That's going to kick off a very wild pattern for the next couple of weeks. We'll get into that in a moment. Let's talk about that good-looking sky that we were just looking at into downtown Lexington. A little more in the way of some high clouds. 46 degrees, absolutely gorgeous winds coming at us from the west and the southwest, just ahead of a cold front that is cruising across the Great Lakes, dropping toward the south. Look how quickly northern Kentucky goes from sunshine into southern Ohio, southern Indiana to full cloud cover. And that boundary is working its way quickly into town as we go into later tonight and early tomorrow morning. Not a whole lot out there on your Defender radar network. We'll fire that up later tonight with some late night snowflakes and a sugar coating for a few folks out there. Then we talk about a warm up coming this weekend, but it's going to bring thunderstorms to our forecast. We've got thunderstorms near record highs and Arctic air all sandwiched into one 7-day forecast. And if you look closely at that 7-day forecast, all of that may come within 2 days as we go into next week. We'll break down this wild pattern, Amber, when I come back in about 15 minutes.
All right, we will see you then, Chris. Thank you. Cranes have arrived to start the cleanup process at a marina damaged in last week's winter storm. Ice and snow caused the roof of several docks at Lee's Ford Marina in Pulaski County to collapse. As our Phil Pendleton reports, the snow caused damage to about 250 of the marina's covered slips. It's our top story at 4.
Well, hundreds of boat slips were damaged when the weight of the snow caused the roofs above them to come down last weekend. Right now, they're still assessing the damage, trying to figure out exactly how much there was done. And as they remove each piece of the metal roofing, they are discovering more and more damage and running into more and more problems. They say they believe $3 and $4 million worth of damage was done here. They say it is slow and dangerous work.
You know, on top of that slick metal and trying to cut it free, and whenever they get a chain on it, it's still pulling. You don't know what else it's hooked to.
Not only were the docks damaged, but also many of the boats, some of those which sunk. I spoke with a boat owner from Ohio. More about that coming up at 5 o'clock. But for now, Lake Cumberland, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The marina manager says he fears the cleanup will last into the spring, meaning it will impact the summer boating season. Deputies have started an investigation involving a teacher at Mercer County High School. The sheriff's office says parents of a female student notified them about inappropriate communications between the girl and a male teacher. Deputies say they're seizing electronics as part of the investigation. They expect to send the case now to a grand jury next month. A school spokesperson said they could not comment on personnel matters. We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us now from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Hello, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber. Should Kentucky's minimum wage workers receive a raise? That's a question state lawmakers debated today in Frankfort. House Speaker Greg Stumbo testified before the Labor and Industry Committee this morning about his desire to see House Bill 278 become law. The bill would raise the state's minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to $10.10 an hour by July of 2018. Stumbo says a wage hike is in the best interest of the tens of thousands of people who are working hard but barely making ends meet.
All this does is say to the employers who haven't already done this, it's time that you gave these folks a little bit of a break.
Sometimes it translates to higher prices for consumers. Other times it translates to fewer hours for employees or fewer jobs.
We'll have more on both sides of the issue ahead on WKYT News at 5 o'clock. Habitat for Humanity has received a much-needed donation. The news graphic reports a donor gave Scott County's Habitat for Humanity a new truck for their restore. The truck will be used to pick up donated items and deliver things to building sites. The old truck was destroyed in a crash back in September. That's a quick look at some of the news in progress. Amber, back to you.
Sam, thank you. Now to some stories making headlines across the nation at 4. Time is running out for presidential candidates to make their appeals to voters in Iowa. And tonight, Republican hopefuls will make their pitch during the last debate before the caucuses. At least most of the candidates will. Weijia Jiang is in Des Moines to explain why Donald Trump says he still won't debate.
Republicans will hold their last debate 4 days before the Iowa caucuses without frontrunner Donald Trump. Trump says Megyn Kelly was unfair to him when she moderated the last Fox News debate.
I got a very unfair question from somebody, but we don't even talk about that. We don't talk about that. I refuse to talk about that.
Nearly 40% of Iowans say they could change their mind before Monday, and Trump's opponents will be reaching out to those voters at the debate.
What does it say when Donald tells the men and women of Iowa, my time is more important than your time?
Instead of debating, Donald Trump will be here at Drake University, where he will hold his own event. It will be part rally and part fundraiser for veterans groups.
I give you Bernie Sanders.
With Susan Sarandon looking on, Bernie Sanders called out Hillary Clinton's ties to Wall Street.
My opponent is not in Iowa tonight. She is raising money from a Philadelphia investment firm.
But Hillary had her own star campaigning for her, former President Bill Clinton.
She is a walking, breathing change agent, the only person qualified by knowledge on economic and social issues and political issues.
The Clinton campaign is banking on get-out-the-vote efforts to hold on to their lead. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Des Moines.
Gabby Giffords, the former Arizona congresswoman who was shot and injured in 2011, will campaign for Clinton in Iowa this weekend. Clinton often claims she has a better voting record for gun control policies than Bernie Sanders. Today, NASA is marking the 30th anniversary of the Challenger disaster. In 1986, the space shuttle exploded over the Atlantic Ocean less than 2 minutes after takeoff, killing 6 crew members and 1 school teacher on board. NASA is also paying tribute to the crews of Apollo 1 and the Space Shuttle Columbia. Mattel giving Barbie a makeover. More on how the new, more diverse dolls are good for business ahead in WKYT's Money Watch. And you still need romantic Valentine's Day plans? One breakfast chain may have you covered. That's next on WKYT News at 4.
It's the grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery at Burke Furniture. Southern Motion is the industry leader in power motion furniture, featuring the adjustable power head and footrest. The grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery. Just one more reason you're gonna love Burke Furniture.
Important message for women and men ages 50 to 85. Please write down this toll-free number now. Right now in areas like yours, people are receiving this free information kit for guaranteed acceptance life insurance with a rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. If you are on a fixed income or concerned about rising prices, learn about affordable whole life insurance with a lifetime rate lock that guarantees your rate can never increase for any reason. If you did not receive your information or if you misplaced it, call this number now and we'll rush it to you. Your acceptance is guaranteed with no health questions. Please stand by to learn more.
I'm Alex Trebek, and the announcement you just heard is for a popular and affordable life insurance plan with a rate lock guarantee. That means your rate is locked in for life and can never increase. Did you get your free information kit in the mail? If not, please call this toll-free number now. In the last month alone, thousands have called about this plan with the rate lock guarantee through the Colonial Penn program. And here's why. This plan is affordable, with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in and can never go up. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. See how much coverage you can get for just $9.95 a month. Call now for your free information kit. Don't wait. Call today.
Call 1-800-909-4488 for your free information and free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-909-4488. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-909-4488. Call now.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
What do these women have in common? They are the staff of Ageless Medical Weight Loss. They've lost a combined 1,300 pounds. The team at Ageless will understand your struggles and celebrate your victories. For a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution, call Ageless today for a free consultation.
It's the grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery at Burke Furniture. Southern Motion is the industry leader in power motion furniture, featuring the adjustable power head and footrest. The grand opening of the Southern Motion Gallery. Just one more reason you're gonna love Burke Furniture.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Gains across the board on Wall Street. The Dow was up more than 125 points. The Nasdaq up nearly 40 points, and the S&P 500 ended the day up 10. Unemployment rates rose in most Kentucky counties last month. 109 counties saw their rates go up between December of 2014 and December of 2015. Rates fell in 6 counties and remained the same in 5. Woodford County had the lowest rate at 3.5%, while Magoffin County had the highest at 15.5%. Facebook stock is surging. The company says it made nearly $6 billion in the last quarter. That's 52% more than the year before, mostly because the social media network figured out how to make money on mobile ads. Facebook says nearly 1 billion people now check Facebook on their smartphone every single day. Well, Barbie has a new look. The doll, beloved by millions for nearly 60 years, is a billion-dollar industry. But the toy maker Mattel has announced a makeover for Barbie, reflecting changing times. They've added tall, petite, and curvy body types to a new line of more ethnically diverse Barbies. Maria Villarreal reports from Mattel's headquarters in California.
Barbie, you're beautiful. Since 1959, Barbara Millicent Roberts, better known as Barbie, has been a household name. At 11.5 inches tall, Barbie has had more than 180 careers. She's a pop culture icon. But after decades of dominating the doll world and just weeks short of her 57th birthday, Barbie's getting a makeover.
We were hearing that, many thought that Barbie was out of touch.
As a typically white doll with unrealistic proportions, some parents thought Barbie was sending the wrong message about beauty.
There are people who were turned away from Barbie because they wanted dolls that more resembled themselves, more in terms of their body type and more in terms of their skin tone.
Last year, Mattel introduced 23 new dolls with different skin tones and hair colors. Now they're adding 3 new body types: curvy, tall, and petite. The toy maker introduced the new dolls to a group of 4- and 5-year-olds.
They don't look like Barbie.
They don't look like Barbie. The girls immediately noticed some changes.
Some of them have brown skin and white skin.
But her new body type wasn't one of them. Why did you choose her?
My favorite color is blue.
The next step for Mattel is changing parents' perceptions. Mireya Villarreal, El Segundo, California.
Well, in the company's last earnings report, Barbie's sales were down 14%, marking the 8th straight quarter of declining sales. How about a romantic Valentine's Day dinner at Waffle House? For the 9th year, Waffle House is offering a candlelight meal for those who want to take their significant others out for a romantic dinner on the cheap. Restaurants are taking reservations for the February 14th event dubbed It's a Waffle House Love Story.
Waffle House it is then. We've got a cold front heading toward the Bluegrass State tonight. We'll show you what that brings, and then we'll show you a 7-day forecast that is fairly wild. Wait till you see some of the numbers in just a moment.
Millions of dollars in damage, hundreds of boats in need of repair, all thanks to last week's snowstorm. How will the damage affect dock owners and the future of Lake Cumberland? Trouble at the Lake, tonight at 6 on WKYT. Get weather plus traffic with a WKYT weather app. Have the Defender radar network in the palm of your hand while checking your driving conditions for your commute on the same screen. Weather plus traffic on the WKYT weather app.
After you're injured at work, a lot of times the insurance company will attempt to call you, take statements. Don't speak to them until you speak with an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
The insurance company will attempt to settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Before you talk to the insurance company, call us first.
Our job is to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast. 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
It's official. Green's Toyota of Lexington is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer for the 4th year in a row. We're celebrating all month long with amazing deals on our entire inventory. 0% APR on Toyota's most popular models. 1.9% APR on all certified pre-owned Toyotas. Plus, save $5,000 off MSRP on new Toyotas with our Green Saver coupon. Come in and let us show you our appreciation for making us Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer.
Great people, great cars, think Greens.
Only Rally's lets you create your meal for just $2. Get our famous seasoned fries with any choice from our meal deal menu. Why pay $4 somewhere else? The $2 meal deal. Way more choices for half the price. Rally's.
Epic meals, epic deals.
At the end of the broadcast, I'm most proud of what we have done as a team and all of the people who have risked their lives to tell the news and to deliver to the American people the highest quality news broadcast today.
I grew up in Harlan, but I've lived in Lexington since graduating from UK, and it's given me a real appreciation for what it means to stand for Kentucky. Whether it's a big city or a small town, the people of Kentucky want our state to succeed. And we here at WKYT want to do our part to share the stories of difference makers who make our state a better place to live. I'm WKYT's Barbara Bailey, and I stand for Kentucky.
I've been tasked with assembling an elite team to travel through time.
What you see here, this is history. They're here.
Savage is not defeated by earthly means.
Not that earthly.
Do we want to live out the rest of our lives as insignificant losers or
save the world?
BC's Legends of Tomorrow. New hit series tonight at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
We are tracking a cold front dropping in from the north that is going to introduce a little bit of wintry weather into central and eastern Kentucky tonight and Friday morning. Then it's game on for a massive warm-up that leads us into some very, very wild and wicked weather. Let's get into what's going on in front of us as of now. Winds are coming at us from the west and the southwest. Look at our streamlines. That's a milder wind. Then it all of a sudden turns colder on the backside of that cold front that will drop on into town as we go into later tonight. Has a little band of some snow flurries, snow showers coming in behind it. That settles its way toward the region very late tonight and into tomorrow morning. It does not have a lot of moisture with it. Can we squeeze out a coating of snow in some areas? Yes, we can, especially for areas of eastern and southeastern Kentucky. I suspect by 11 o'clock tonight, we're going to be tracking a little bit of light snow crossing the Ohio River. Right now, nothing is showing up on your Defender radar network. Colder tomorrow morning, 26 degrees. Watch out for a slick spot. Tomorrow afternoon, it's breezy. We'll break out into some sun. Mid and upper 30s into most of the area. 3-day threat track tomorrow. Some morning flakes around. Nothing on Saturday. Sunday, though, very mild. It's windy. Watch out for a late day shower. Hour by hour forecast. Brand new numbers are in. Let's look at them together. Through this evening, the numbers drop, and first thing tomorrow morning, wee hours of the morning, we're likely to see some flurries and snow showers into much of central and eastern Kentucky. Slowly but surely, skies clean up tomorrow afternoon. Quick drop in temperatures for a cold Friday evening out on the town. It's January after all. Now we start to see the numbers coming up a little bit by Saturday morning. Look at where we go by Saturday afternoon. We are deep into the 50s into most areas. We may flirt with 60 into far southern Kentucky. So your snow that is left over from the big winter storm of a week ago, whatever's out there by this weekend, it's out of here. We're going to be replacing that with a lot of milder air. By Sunday, temperatures are milder and we're into the 50s again. Could flirt with 60, but by the end of the day, potential is there for a couple of rain showers to develop, and that would carry us into our Sunday evening as well. Area of low pressure, though, early next week. This is going to be a big-time storm system that is likely to have a blizzard on the backside of that. Severe weather possible out ahead of that with just a ton of wind. Initially, we're on the warm side of this. Watch our timeline. This is your Groundhog Day. The potential is there on Tuesday for severe thunderstorms from the Ohio Valley into parts of the deep south. It's a good signal from it 5 days away that we're looking at. Gusty winds. Then look what happens by the time we go into Wednesday. We get rid of the mild air and we turn cold again with some flurries or some snow showers that would be possible as we go through our Wednesday. Forecast. 35 tomorrow. Let's flip those numbers around. 53 on Saturday, upper 50s to around 60 into Sunday. Watch out for some rain on Monday. We break out into sun early on Groundhog Day, and it's game on for the possibility of a record high in some areas, closing in on 70 degrees with gusty winds, strong or severe thunderstorms. 2 days after that, we're close to 10 degrees for a low with Arctic air that comes back in and a lot of winter that is left in the tank. So a big-time storm system early next week. Let's check on traffic with Officer Don.
Hey, Chris, we start off with a look at our live drive traffic map. You can see real time what's happening around Lexington. That's some red popping up here and there, but nothing's really standing out as a major issue. No wrecks working right now. Just be careful if you're headed out through the construction zones. As far as drive times are concerned, Nicholasville, Georgetown, Versailles, Paris, Frankfurt, it looks like we're all about normal right now, headed to Richmond across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Good shape, Madison County. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. The University of Kentucky gymnastics team is set to take on the University of Georgia this weekend in a meet that is sure to be some incredible competition.
That it is. Deanne Stevens out and about, joining us from the Nutter Center, where the team is going through a little practice. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys, from Memorial Coliseum. We are preparing for a big gymnastics meet happening here this weekend. Doors open at 7 o'clock on Friday night, taking on the University of Georgia. Now, it was just about, was it a year ago?
About a year ago, February 29th.
When you heard a lot of news about this UK gymnast, Shelby Hilton is with us. Shelby, take us through the last year with you.
Well, this past last year, I experienced a lot. I went through intensive radiation and chemotherapy, but I'm now in remission. And
thank God for that.
Yes, and I'm excited to get back, my first semester back from being diagnosed.
Yeah, you're just now back here at the University of Kentucky campus, but it was a gymnastics meet. Tell folks how they found your cancer.
They found it when, in an accident, actually on floor, I was doing a double pike and I just blacked out and I fell, and then I felt like it was all very weird, so they took me to the emergency room, and that's when they did the scans, and then that's when they found a couple of tumors.
And you've been going through treatment.
Yes.
Tell folks about your treatment.
The treatment, it was intense. It was pretty hard, but I got through it, and I did probably 6 weeks of radiation. It was proton therapy, and then I did 4 rounds of intensive chemo.
Okay, and now you're back, thankfully, to cheer on your team. You're not going to be competing with them, but you will be here this weekend. Friday night is Dance Blue night here for the University of Kentucky, so you too can help out with Dance Blue and cheer on our Kentucky Wildcat gymnastics team as well. Tell folks to come on out and support them.
Come out and support UK gymnastics.
And we support you and your journey in getting better. So congratulations. We're so glad you're back here on campus. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about 7 o'clock, Memorial Coliseum, Friday night. Come cheer on our UK gymnastics team. Back to you guys.
Yeah, we all echo that. Great for her. The nation's top cancer centers say too many teenagers are missing an important vaccine that's ahead in better living. And certain fruits may help control weight gain. We'll tell you what they are coming up. And tomorrow night's Mega Millions jackpot is $56 million, and Saturday night's Powerball jackpot is $96 million.
Hi, Shane Huffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group, and we're celebrating the grand opening of Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfort, where you can get 2 brand new 2015 Honda Civics for just $449 a month. All those details are on our website, and remember, Huffman has it now in Frankfort.
There's a Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent in every county in Kentucky. Someone who's always there for you in times of need. And most other times, too. Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
If you've asked any company to stop calling your cell phone and they don't, you may be entitled to $1,500 for every one of those calls, even if you owe them money. Banks and other debt collectors must respect your privacy, and you have the right not to be bombarded with robocalls. If you've received an unwanted call in the last 4 years, you need to call us and see if you're entitled to $1,500 per call by law. Let's fight back, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com for 0% financing, special leases, and Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
I wasn't too thrilled about dentures, but I need to be able to chew. So I called Aspen Dental. They got me right in because my visit was long overdue. And no one on staff even made me feel bad that I hadn't been in since the leg warmer fad. My new dentures came with a great guarantee, so this giant pretzel's got nothing on me.
With dentures starting at $3.99 and a money-back guarantee, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Looking to fall in love this Valentine's Day? Fall in love with summer at the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Shop the latest boats, RVs, and motorsports. Visit the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show, brought to you by Lee's Ford Marina.
Hi, Shane Hoffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group, and we're celebrating the grand opening of Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfort, where you can get 2 brand new 2016 Honda Accords for just $4.99 a month. All those details are on our website. And remember, Huffman has it now in Frankfort.
It is time now for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Cancer centers are calling for an increase in the use of HPV vaccinations. The human papilloma virus can lead to cervical cancer and other diseases. A 3-dose vaccine is recommended for all preteen girls and boys, but the American Cancer Society says it's underutilized and has become a public health priority. Eating plenty of apples, berries, and onions may help keep your weight in check. Those are just some of the fruits and vegetables with high levels of a natural compound called flavonoids. A study in the British Medical Journal finds that people who eat more flavonoids report less weight gain. A new study finds women who use indoor tanning have 6 times the higher risk for developing skin cancer. Research in JAMA Dermatology tracked hundreds of melanoma patients. It found those diagnosed before the age of 40 had started tanning as teenagers and did it more often than other patients had. A study released by the insurance industry says vehicles equipped with automatic braking or front collision warnings are less likely to cause a rear-end crash. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety says automatic braking can reduce rear-end crashes by 40%. Front collision warning, which warns the driver but doesn't brake, cuts the risk of a rear-end crash by 23%. For more health, education, and consumer news, just log on to WKYT.com and click on Better Living. Now let's head over to Chris for another check of the weather. Boy, that sunshine was great out there today.
And it really feels good out there, too. Those temperatures deep into the 40s into most of the area. Flirting with a few upper 40s out there this afternoon. Florence, Frankfort, 47, 46 on the Mountain Parkway, and look at that snow still. Lexington, we've got some piles of snow that will likely hang around into the weekend. A lot of the snow, though, that is left, even in southern southeastern Kentucky. You get a lot of warm air coming this weekend. We'll finally get rid of a lot of that, but I think we'll put it back on the ground before too long. We look at our Defender radar network. We are clean now across central and eastern Kentucky. That will change up, though, in a big way as we go into later tonight and early tomorrow morning with some flurries, snow showers, and a cold front that is on the move to central and eastern Kentucky. And after that, things take a little walk on the wild side. We'll get into that with the 7-day forecast a little later on. WKYT News at 4:30 starts right now.